So, Steph, Clay, and Jordan Poole last night combined for 80 points total. And this is really bringing me back to when it was Steph, Draymond, and Clay, when they were just winning constantly and making the finals, And I wouldn't be shocked if they snuck their way into the finals this year. Like I said, I think they could put up a decent fight against the Suns. I don't know if they necessarily win, but honestly, if they're going into the Western Conference Finals and the Suns don't have Devin Booker, good chance the Warriors win that and make their way to the finals again. But you got Steph. He's Steph. Clay's the catch and shoot guy. And Jordan Poole he's a different player than Draymond. Like, he scores, obviously. That's something Draymond doesn't really do. But his story is similar. Like, he's the steal in the draft that no one really knows about. You don't really know what he is in the first year. Then the second year, you think a little more of him. Then the third year, he looks even better. And now it's the fourth year, and it's like, okay. Okay, he's for real. And, just look at the stats. From the regular season to the playoffs. This is what's great about him. Regular season, he goes from 18 points a game to the playoffs, 28 points a game. Field goal percentage, he goes from 44% to 66%. In three-point percentage, 36% to 59%. It's drastic improvement from the regular season to the playoffs for Jordan Poole. And that's a player you want. He's good in the regular season, even better in the playoffs. And even though he's a third wheel in this, he's a damn good one. So, Warriors, looking good. Not really my favorite thing to see as a Cavs fan, but if I didn't like, and by the way, if I didn't like the playing game before this year, I hate it even more after this year. It just really annoys me. It doesn't make sense to me. The Cavs were the 8th seed. They won more games than the Hawks. They deserved to be there. They won. Just doesn't make sense. The playing game was okay when it was 8-9, because it's like, okay, at least it's debatable, because that's sometimes like a one-game separation. But this play-in tournament has opened the door to a 10 seed making it in. I feel like they should just stick to it. It's 8 teams make the playoffs. The 8 teams with the best record get into the playoffs. That's how it should be. The Cavs are the 8 seed, Hawks are the 9. Period. Hawks missed. They'll be there next year. Don't worry. I guess it doesn't really matter. They would have both gotten swept by the Heat, but it just annoys me as a Cavs fan. It's like obviously I'm a little biased here. Because if it was another team, I'd be like, oh. But it was my favorite team, so I'm pissed, But seriously, the playing game, it's very annoying. With how they've opened the door to 10 and 9 seeds making it in. And they've opened the door to a 7th seed not making it. That's just annoying. Doesn't make sense to me. I seriously don't see the point in it. I think they should just stick to the original script that they had. It was fine. What they're doing now is just making it worse. Alright, so I told you this is going to be a shorter podcast. I'm about to hit a music segment, then maybe I'll talk about the first round series, and I'll be done. I'll call it a day. Alright, here we go. So the Nuggets are down 3-0. I believe, let's see. They play the Warriors in 2 nights from now. Play the Warriors on Sunday. We could be looking at a sweep right now. In spite of how well Jokic is playing, it just isn't enough. You know, the Warriors are just playing really well right now. They got the momentum. Everything's pointing to a Warriors win. So I don't think I have much more to say about that. It's a Warriors win, you know. So Jay Wright addressed his retirement. He said he retired because he started to feel he didn't have the competitive edge he's always had. And I mean, honestly, when you've had the career Jay Wright has, you don't have much more to prove. Like, if I did the things he did, then, like, the things that he's done in past years, you know, in years past, my bad, you know, I would have just felt at that point, you know, I've done enough, you know? I don't have much more to prove. I'm proud of what I've done, you know? And he is right. Like, if you start feeling that you don't have the same commitment or competitive edge that you've always had, it's normally a sign, you know, you should end your career. And he had a great one, so congrats to him. So Jared Goff has no concerns about the Lions having a quarterback, and I wouldn't either. I think he has done a pretty decent job. You know, and they're just developing right now. They're rebuilding. They have been for years, but you know, they're starting to seem like they're looking in the right direction. They've had a few good picks actually in the past few years. You know, they got a good tackle in Penei Sewell. Amon St. Brown was a good pick. But you know what they got to get better at is stopping offenses. They got to get a better defense. So, honestly, if I were them, I would maybe draft a few more offensive linemen and then just go all in on defense from there. Alright, so, let's see. I'm just going to cover... I honestly love the first round series so far. Like, I kind of faded out of the NBA in my time off. I wasn't enjoying it as much, but then the playoffs reminded me how much I actually like it, you know? God, I wish I was on this for March Madness. Last year was so fun. Especially for me, because I knew Baylor was going to win that. I don't think I got it right this year, though. I had Gonzaga winning it, so I was way off in that. But I did have Kansas in my final, so I wasn't completely off. But, you know, like, even the Heat-Hawks series, not entirely disappointing so far. Like, it's semi-exciting, you know? Even though the Heat seem to be in control and it seems like it's going to be a sweep, I've been enjoying watching it, you know? Celtics Nets, I'm loving the drama, you know? Bucks Bulls is very interesting, you know? I think it's a very even series. I'm excited to see what happens. Sixers Raptors, just reminding me how dominant Embiid can be. Suns Pelicans, it got more interesting when Devin Booker got hurt. You know. Grizzlies Timberwolves, I'm liking. You know, it's kind of the clash of two teams that, you know, finally picked it up. Finally made the playoffs, you know. And another really interesting series, you know. The Mavericks, they're kind of where the Grizzlies were. You know, they can win without their star now. And they know who their star is. They're winning 2-1 right now, which is impressive in the series. And Jalen Brunson, I did not know in the, what's it called? I think, what's he averaging in the playoffs right now? It's like, he's averaging over 30, I'm assuming. No way he's only averaging 16 points. No, yeah, he's averaging 32 points in the playoffs right now. So, that's just the great thing about some teams. They have, it shows the depth, That's what gets exposed when the best player on the team is out. The depth of the team. And now, we're seeing Jalen Brunson. At least now we know when Luke is out, we got that guy to pick up the slack. I'm liking the first round series so far. That's all I gotta say. Alright, this was Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Google Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. And I don't know when I'll see you next. The reason I've been available is mainly because it's my break, and I don't want to keep overstating the school and school activities thing. I think you guys know whenever I'm available, I'll be here. So I can't really give you guys a promise on when I'll be back, but I will see you as soon as possible. That's going to be my new saying. See you as soon as possible. Have a good day.